This segment is sponsored by Domain NORTHSIDE. Welcome back to We Are Austin. Dress in looks that are sustainably fashionable, environmentally conscious, and let's not forget, please, because it is very important, cute. Whether it is casual or activewear or formal wear, Reformation makes effortless silhouettes for every occasion. And joining me this morning is the CEO of Reformation, Hali Borenstein, to share more about their mission. And we are so excited to welcome you to Texas at Domain NORTHSIDE. Good morning, Hali. Great to see you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. We are already talking about some of my favorite things. Sustainability, especially in the fashion industry, is something we're all paying really close attention to these days. So can you give me a bit of an overview of Reformation and your offerings?
Sure. So Reformation's a revolutionary lifestyle brand that proves that fashion and sustainability can coexist. So we like to combine stylish, vintage-inspired designs, and we combine that with sustainable practices. We release our product on limited edition collections every week.
Oh, wow.
And really what we're focused on is making the best product we can while also being sustainable across so many different parts of our supply chain.
Yeah, and it really is so important, and I know a lot of consumers are probably paying more attention to that part of fashion and what they're putting on and what they're wearing, maybe more than ever before. So I love to hear that. I actually love to hear a little bit more about Reformation's sustainability initiatives. Can you tell me more how you're doing that?
So sustainability, I think you alluded to this earlier, but sustainability in fashion is still quite a confusing concept, right? It's so complex, and I think there's no clear definition today. So Reformation really early on adopted what we thought was our best approach. And so we define this in multiple different ways. First, it's the materials we use. So we're really focused on using materials that have a lower impact on the environment, whether it be through waste or water, just the creation of that product. The second piece is really all about carbon. So the energy that goes into it, what is the energy that goes into the sewing machines, or how do you move units across the globe because we manufacture globally? That also is a big focus. And then lastly, we also think about circularity. And what that means is, what do you do when your garment is done, right? Like when I'm over this style, do I repair it? Do I recycle it? Or do I resell it, right? Like these garments can have a life. They don't have to go sit on the landfill. And so that's a huge part of the focus we're doing, is actually trying to make all of our garments at some point recyclable.
Yeah. Wow, those are such cool initiatives. And it just goes to show that, when you're in a store and you do pick up, a cute top or a pair of jeans, that it has already had such a journey to get to where you're now actually, as the consumer, face to face with it. So it's great to kind of make consumers think about that. And then also for Reformation, knowing that all of those steps were done thoughtfully, I think is so cool. So I guess we're pretty lucky. What made you think, hey, we need to be in Texas? And then specifically, thank you so much for thinking of Austin. What was in that thought process? What brought you here?
So Texas has actually been one of our fastest growing markets for quite some time. I think Texas is a great example of consumers who are definitely trend forward. You walk around, especially in Austin, and people, they know what they're doing from style. Everyone has a sense of their own style, right?
Yeah.
And so from a product standpoint, it definitely was a right fit. And then there's a lot of awareness around sustainability in Austin in particular. And so when I'm in our stores, this is our second store in Austin, which is amazing.
Yeah.
When I'm in our stores, you hear a lot of excitement both about the product and about the mission. And that's a really incredible combination, right? Like what we're seeing is that local consumer is saying, look, I'm not compromising on my style. I want incredible product. But if I have a choice and I can actually have product that's, a little bit more thoughtfully made, that's where I'm headed. And so for us, it was a really natural selection for our next store.
Yeah, it does definitely seem like a great fit. Austin is definitely in that mindset. And kind of when you step into the store, that's another fun concept. Can you tell me more about Reformation, how really inside you've got a really tech-driven retail concept?
What people don't know about Reformation is way back when we actually started with retail before e-commerce. So retail was very much at the heart of what we do. And what we learned through that experience was, when you compare e-commerce, you have all this data. It's a super seamless experience where we can move consumers around the site in the way that we think will be most optimal for them.
Yeah.
In the typical retail store, that's hard, right? Most of the time with an associate, they're spending so much time trying to find the right size or to clean up a fold product. They don't really get that time to engage with the consumer. And so the purpose of having this more tech-driven model is really to allow the opportunity for the customer and our team to get to know each other, to talk about the mission. So for Austin, you walk into our store, and what you'll see is we have sample sets on the floor, and we have screens all around. And as a shopper, you can either choose to shop on our screens, which will feel like just a website, but it's a store website. It's whatever in the store right there. Or you can walk around and look at the samples on the floor with an associate who will build you a dressing room.
Wow.
So you'll say, I want this dress, this top, this pair of jeans. We'll get your size for you. And then you'll move to the back of the store in the fitting rooms where your product will be waiting for you. And in that fitting room, we also have iPads in the dressing room. So if you want another size, you can easily switch it. If you want to see how we styled it, you can see that information. Yeah. So you can really get more of that information without having to do the whole awkward come out of the dressing room mirror look. We also have like some fun things like different lighting settings and music going on. So it should be a really fun, engaging experience. The shopping should be fun. And we really want to make sure that our brand, you get that very branded experience everywhere at all of our touch points, and our retail is definitely one of those.
Yeah, that is really great because, I think there is a certain joy to even online shopping. It's still kind of fun, but it is obviously great to get out and about and in the store and to feel the fabrics and to see how they fit. And it sounds like you've curated a really cool experience. It's the best of all of those worlds, especially with your knowledgeable staff there and your team, for sure. All right, I have to ask you before we go, it's a pop quiz, really quick. Is there a Reformation style or item that you just have to have?
So I'm a big fan of our jeans. Our denim is, I think, some of the best fit out there, a really reasonable price. And also from a mission standpoint, some of the most forward technology out there. Yeah. So for a lot of our denim, we even have this thing called Fiber Trace, where it's a pigment in the denim that you can scan it. It's like a scannable technology, and you can actually see where that fabric came from all the way down to the farm. Oh,
wow.
It's so incredible.
That's so cool.
And you look really good in them at the same time. And so to me, that's like a perfect win.
Yeah, I agree. There's nothing better than a good pair of jeans. Everybody needs them. Denim is also one of the worst offenders in terms of sustainability. And so it's so good to know that Reformation's thinking about that. Plus, everybody likes to look cute in a pair of jeans. I love that. Thank you so much for telling us all about your mission. We are really excited to have you at Domain Northside. Can you tell us where you're located there? We
are located at 11621 Rock Rose Avenue. It's right between the Chanel and the Doc Martens.
Hey, well, that sounds like a win-win shopping trip right there. Just pop in everywhere. That is so much fun.
Both sides, and we're winning on it. I think it's like a trifecta right there.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. It's a holy trinity of fashion. That's great stuff. Hali, thanks for joining us. We really enjoyed learning more about Reformation. We can't wait to pop into the new Domain Northside store.
Thank you.
Very cool. And the summer fun continues at Domain Northside. Don't miss the Fruit Scoot Boogie installation. You could be one of 3 Northsiders to win a $500 shopping spree to the store of your choice. Snap a pic and then follow at Domain Northside and upload your photos to Instagram with the hashtag Domain Northside, plus geotag your Domain Northside location there on locations to enter to win. Or pop on by their popsicle selfie wall just in time for the summer, and that's located on Palm Way near Yeti. You can pose, post, and upload your photo to Instagram to be featured. You include the following tags: hashtag Domain Northside, and then tag at Domain Northside, and then make sure you tag that location at Domain Northside. Austin Pets Alive will be at Domain Northside with adoptable cats and kittens every 3rd Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. All cats are fully vetted, they're spayed and neutered, and have updated vaccines and a microchip. They are ready for your forever home. And best of all, the adoption fees will be waived.